Welcome to Brain Wrestling. I am Derek Christopher. I am here with Walter Jacobson as always. And Walter,
Yes, sir.
I just want to say congratulations. You're going to be a granddad.
Thank you.
Now, here's my question.
Okay.
We've talked about in the past
Okay.
how America is going into the shithole,
Right.
and we don't hold out great hope for America.
Right.
So now that you're going to be a granddad,
Yes.
and you're going to have this young little life that's going to be out there for the next, let's hope, 90 years, 100 years.
Right.
Does that change your opinion? Is that going to soften you?
Well, we're going to put the child in a bubble. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's rough. I feel bad for this child and the future generations unless we get something right now. We got to change the course now. Otherwise, they're doomed. And it's not about climate change that's going to get them. It's everything else that's wrong with society.
People. You got to be afraid about people, not the climate.
Yeah. People are nuts. They're so judgmental and angry and violent.
But what are we going to do if this turns out to be Biden and Trump again? I mean, these guys, they're too old. We talked about this before. Joe's too old and senile. Trump is too fucking crazy. Can America survive 4 years of either of these guys?
Yes, but it'll be hobbling, but we'll survive. But actually, I do believe though that 4 more years of Biden would be more damaging than 4 more years of Trump.
Why?
Well, just look at the last 4 years. You can't honestly say that we're better off now than we were under Trump.
We went into a pandemic with Trump, and we coming out of a pandemic with Biden.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things Biden did that deconstructed stuff that he shouldn't.
Such as?
Well, like opening up the border.
Yeah, I agree. What about unemployment?
I don't know about that, but what about the oil? What about shutting down the pipeline? And we had oil independence, and then suddenly we
didn't have oil independence because there was no demand for oil.
Yeah, but we had reserves. We had a lot going for us. But look, Biden. The problem with Biden, 4 more years of Biden is he's being led by the woke left, and he still will be. And they're going to take us further down this rabbit hole, saying everything's climate change or transphobia or racism. And parents can't have any control over their kids. So that's why. Now it's not him per se. It's the people who are doing the puppet thing.
Okay, I like that. But why can't we get past that? Why do those people, which is such a small minority, have such a stranglehold on the press, on the media cycle, on people in general? I know the squeaky wheel gets the grease, but it's unfucking believable.
Well, I got to go back to the fact that that there were multinational corporations and super powerful rich people behind the scenes who want things to go a certain way. The open borders, that's to homogenize our country, make us weak, make us a third world country.
But how does that homogenize our country?
Well, you get all this influx of people who have no skills, no ability to pay their way.
Wait, is it homogenized, or do they become reliant on the government?
Well, I'll go with that. Overly reliant on the government to the point where they're sucking up all of our resources, and we don't have enough to go around.
I know that there was. I got to be careful how I parse this now. That my ex, that she had a friend that brought her sister here from another country. It was Morocco, I think. I'll leave it at that. But first of all, she couldn't get here legally. So they went to go see the congressman, and the congressman said, I will take care of everything. The congressman made special arrangements for her to come here. The first place they go get her free birth control. They go get her free this. They go get her free that. She's never been a fucking day in this country. And she's already taking advantage and sucking on the teeth of America.
Well, absolutely. And look at all these migrants. That too many have come in, and now they're all over the place. They're in hotels and stadiums and all over the country, being shipped in buses, and they're getting free healthcare and free food and free phones, free everything.
Costing California $38 billion a year.
It's ridiculous. Meantime, there are plenty of homeless people and people at the poverty level who could use this money, who could use this attention. It should be America first. Okay, I'm not saying we should turn our backs on these people, but America first. Come on.
Are you on Nextdoor?
Yes.
Do you ever see that? I've noticed Nextdoor has a couple different things. One is pictures of dead animals. People, there's roadkill. Let me take a picture of it and post it. And then it's, poor dog, poor cat, gross. The other thing I'm seeing a lot, though, is people are hurting. I mean, it's amazing when you go on Nextdoor and you read the stories of people and what they're going through.
And electric bills and water bills.
My electric bill literally doubled last month.
Yeah.
I was in shock.
Yeah. By the way, they also do a lot of pointing out about, oh, did you see that strange person walking down the street?
Yeah, they take pictures and everybody's suspect.
Yeah, so they overreact in a lot of ways, but I get your point, and you're right. People are suffering, and so when Biden says Bidenomics is working and there's more jobs and more this and more that, people can spend $100 on like dog food and they're out of luck.
But they only look at the economic indicators. They're not looking at what's really happening.
Yeah,
just like
right.
Reagan, it's morning in America again. Fucking 1984, people were starving, people were suffering.
Yeah, so to say that inflation's gone and the recession's gone, people are, they don't have enough money, and their credit card is going up, and the interest rates on that is highway robbery.
So what happens when, I just read a story on Nextdoor, somebody posted, in fact, it was just yesterday, husband and wife, 3 kids, 2 of them have mental issues. The other one is on the spectrum. They've got these animals that are emotional support animals, and they're being kicked out of their house. And they go, we have no money. We have low credit scores. We're going to be living in our car.
It is really scary for so many people. And look, we're printing all this money and giving it to Ukraine and to these migrants, and we're not taking care of business here. Everybody here should have food on the table and shelter first. And then if we want to be humanitarians for other things, we can be.
When did we get away from that?
I don't know, the last 8 years? I don't know.
Was it under Obama? Or was it Clinton?
I just saw a thing that Obama actually was one of the presidents who had the highest deportation rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you this last time.
Yeah. And now it's all shifted.
Yeah.
So he was actually doing something until he got woke. Somebody said to him, oh, hello, come on, come to our side now.
Well, that was one of the things he was grinding Joe about, was you've got to take care of these people coming over the border.
Yeah. So this border thing is outrageous. But the good thing is he's not going to win. Okay, he's out to lunch. He's not going to win.
Well, why don't? Well, they said the same thing about Trump.
The thing is, do the right thing. There's a lack of integrity and ethics, and treat your others as you wish to be treated. That's all out the window.
But isn't that what they used to teach in church? Wasn't that?
No, you're right. The golden rule.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Part of it, it's not about organized religion, or it's the fact that it gave a sense of community. It gave a sense of purpose. It gave a sense of rules of what was right and wrong.
Yeah, and interconnected responsibility for each other.
Yeah, you looked after each other.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's what's gone. Now it's every person for themselves, and and what can I get? And if you've got more, I want it, and you don't deserve it, and therefore I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
And let's smash and grab and do all sorts of other crap to and we'll justify it because we've been downtrodden.
Why do you think people hate God?
Well, because they don't understand God. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
They've been taught that God is some guy sitting on
regardless of what your definition of God is.
He's some old white guy with a robe, a robe and a long beard, and he's saying who's naughty and nice, and I'm going to give you
That's
this.
That's going to be you and your grandfather.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, he's not Santa Claus, and he's not a guy on a throne. It's more like it really is a consciousness, in my opinion, a consciousness, an energy, truth, compassion, love. This is the essence of God.
But you're going to love this, though, and I agree with you on this. This is where the woke left wants to destroy God.
Absolutely, because they feel that God did it wrong. It's
he
crazy.
got genders wrong.
Yeah,
he got everything wrong.
I was just seeing. Did you tell me this, or somebody was saying that in terms of the gay versus the trans people, the gay people are saying no, God, we were born a certain way. And we want to be that way. So we want to be gay. We were born gay. We want to be gay.
So be gay. No one cares.
But the trans people are saying God made a mistake and he gave us the wrong thing and we need to fix it.
He put Ken's dick on Barbie.
Yeah. So we got to mutilate ourselves in order to get what God got wrong. So that's why they hate God.
But you know what? I don't question that there could be mistakes in nature. That maybe somebody who was born a woman is a man, not with their organs and everything, but maybe in their head that's what they really believe. But you have any part of nature, you're going to have your aberration. You're going to have your little things that are out of the norm.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you kowtow to it.
Right. Exactly. Right. Yeah. Yeah, but Bill Maher, I think he came out with some kind of point about that this whole trans thing. And I don't agree with a lot of stuff he says these days, but he came out with some point recently about the trans thing is just completely wrong. He said, "Look, if at 6 years old I thought I wanted to be a pirate, thank God no one
cut his leg off and took his eye out."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
and he's right. I mean, it's ridiculous. These fantasies that people have, particularly now, they're jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Their friends are saying, "Oh, you're not gay, you're not trans. What's wrong with you?" "Oh, yeah, well, I am. I really want to be different."
Well, it's what we talked about last episode, that 40% they found at Brown University. They now identify as LGBTQ.
Right. And
40%.
Right. And that's what makes it like hysteria.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what makes it like mass hysteria and abnormal.
So what have we concluded? That you can't be too old if you want to run for politics. You have to believe in God. Really, not the Trump version of where's the Bible so I can stick my hand on it, and pretend.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. It doesn't matter what people think. It matters what they do.
And not everybody's opinion is so important, like us, that they have to get it out there, that you have to be heard. Sometimes I don't give a shit what you think. Not you particularly, but I just don't give a shit about what you think.
I think you might have been right about that,
though. But it's okay. You know what? If you want to have an opinion, give your opinion. But don't take offense if I don't agree with it.
Yeah, and don't try to destroy somebody else because they have an opinion different from you.
Right.
And don't try to bully them into submission and silence their voice.
When's the last time you had a legitimate, honest politician?
Yeah, well, I guess now Bobby K.
Oh, fuck. Fuck me.
I know how to get you upset now.
Just because he's such a non-starter.
Oh,
you know what? I have as much chance of getting elected president as RFK Jr.
Well, really? You haven't seen anything to inspire him? What he said to be inspired by?
No, because just the way he talks and his fucking conspiracy theories.
Oh, so now you're throat phobic.
Yes, I'm throat phobic. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with a guy who sounds like he's been eating nuts, and that's not a gay reference.
Hey, but look, he's married to a woman who works
Cheryl Hines
with Larry David. So
but
he can't be all bad.
I give it another 6 months before their divorce if this campaign keeps going. Because who's going to be able to put up with that? You think RFK Jr. is going to go to the same party as Larry David? Never going to fucking happen.
It's so bizarre. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, people may have a lot of faults about him, but he's right.
So in 20 years, if I've grown like an extra arm or an extra ear, I will admit you were right.
Yeah, if you grow a brain at all, that would be good.
On that note, wrap it up.
Hey, thanks everybody. Take care. We'll see you next time.
Take care. See you next time.